on August 24, 2024, General Torre with many policemen, about 3,000 policemen, were here in front of KOJC compound, and he was bringing with him LRAD equipments and other equipments, knowing the great number of the police, what we did was we tried to negotiate with him. I used a megaphone. I introduced myself properly, and I requested him that there was no need to use force, and we were willing to cooperate with him. And it took him about 5 to 10 minutes to approach us and face us. And if you remember, when he faced us, I asked him if he was bringing with him a warrant of arrest. And at first instance, he was not bringing anything. So he went back to the LRAD and maybe did some adjustments there. And then when he went back, after about 5 to 10 minutes, he was bringing with him his lawyers, and he asked for a copy of the warrant of arrest, and only one was shown to me. A warrant of arrest of accused Sylvia Simanes, whose address is in Pasig City. So naturally, I pointed that out to him and told him that this is only one warrant of arrest as against Sylvia Simanes. The address is in Pasig City. And why is that important? That is important because under criminal procedure, if you want to enter into any building, you can only enter into that building if you have seen the accused to be there or reasonably believed to be there. So the first requisite, therefore, is absent. But according to him, if I had any complaints, I should file the same in court. Second, I pointed out to him that the NBI already issued a certification that the warrant of arrest as well as the alias warrant of arrest had already been served here. But then again, he had the same answer that if I had any cases or complaints, I should file the same in court. And that he was giving us 30 minutes only, and whether we like it or not, he will forcibly enter the property. We reminded him that there was no need to use force because we were willing to cooperate, but 30 minutes did not elapse. Only on a 9-minute pa lang, somebody called me that a commotion happened at the southern portion of the KOJC property. The gate was already destroyed. The eastern portion likewise was destroyed, the wall, and policemen in full battle gear with masks entered into the property and lobbed tear gases as against the members of the KOJC. You know what happened? One died. We thought there were 6 or 7 who died because a total of 16 people lost consciousness. 4 suffered heart attack, 4 minors suffered severe ascites. As of the present, 59 have already been transported to the hospital for various injuries, and 29 were arrested, and fortunately, all of them were able to post bail yesterday. Now, as to the updates, last night, around as early as 5:42 p.m., elements of SWAT team arrived in front of the gate in gate 18, and they told the members of KOJC that they were there in order to take over the scanning machine or the scanner of the KOJC. Fortunately, the lawyers of the KOJC, my associates, as well as volunteer lawyers who graduated from KOJC, our lawyers, alumni, politely insisted that there was no legal ground for the SWAT team. Why? SWAT team can only be invoked pursuant to the PNP Memorandum Circular if there is a need for lethal force to be employed. There was no terrorism action here, no kidnapping, no murder reported, so therefore there was no reason for SWAT team to enter. After a long negotiation, credits should be given to SWAT team. They did not insist in entering and sequestering our scanner. Now, is it also right for SWAT team to forcibly sequester or take over the usage of our scanner, such that there was also an attempt to sequester our fire truck inside the compound? That is illegal because under Article 435 of the new Civil Code, no, it is stated that no person shall be deprived of his property except by competent authority and for public purpose and always upon payment of just compensation. No, if you are the owner of the property, nobody can tell you what to do with your property. If I place a car there, 100 cars, nobody can tell me what to do. So long as I do not interfere into the rights of other persons, nobody can dictate to you as to what to do with your property. Ownership is a bundle of rights, right? Right to use the property in accordance with your will, no, is part of it. No, right to dispossess anyone who is inside the property is part of the bundle of rights if you are the owner of the property. Roman law started that concept, no? And I hope and pray that the PNP would be reminded about that. And then there were likewise instances, again, early this morning, of equipments, no? That they would not allow to be checked by our scanners. Would this be a violation of the law? Yes, that is a violation of the law. Again, part of the bundle of rights of an owner is to dispossess anyone who is uninvited. And that power of dispossession, no, includes the power to determine what are the parameters by which you can enter the property. The parameter of requiring a visitor, no, an unwelcome visitor at that, to have whatever equipment that he is bringing to be checked before entering the property is within the property rights of the owner of the property. So therefore, the act of the PNP in bringing clearly mining equipments here is against the law. As of now, the drilling operations being conducted in the JMC compound is ongoing, and no representative, even lawyers, are allowed to go there. Access likewise to the Kojc Cathedral is denied from us. No? Would this be illegal? Of course that is illegal because that is an unnecessary deprivation of the property rights of an owner. Where can you find an arrest warrant being used as a legal justification to wantonly violate the property rights of another person? Only here. We are witnessing history here of wanton violation of human as well as property rights. That is not allowed under the law, and this is worsened by the fact that there is already a temporary protection order issued by the Regional Trial Court Branch 15 of Davao City, where the Regional Trial Court Branch 15 of Davao City clearly stated that the restrictions and control of the PNP being employed here caused the violation of petitioners' property, human, as well as constitutional order to see temporary protection order, clarificatory temporary protection order, where the court maintained the TPO, no? And according to the court, the warrant of arrest and the TPO can exist with each other. But the service of the warrant of arrest should be necessary as well as reasonable. Now, and that any and all performance in the implementation of the warrant of arrest, not in the ordinary, no, should require judicial imprimatur, which confirms therefore my theory that the conduct of stethoscoping, I call that stethoscoping because I'm not a techie man, no? They are actually bringing in here metal detectors, no? They are bringing in equipments, no? As if looking for heartbeats, but now they are concentrating on metal detectors. I don't know if metal detectors can actually hear heartbeats. No, we feel that if there is really a need to do that, we are not conceding that that is legal because we are saying that that is illegal. Granting ex argumenti gratia that that is legal, you should require the consent of the court before you do that, because the moment you apply that and implement that into the property owned by another person, that is a breach of their privacy rights. That is a breach of their proprietary rights, ownership rights. So therefore, the parameters upon which you have to conduct it must be determined by the court. You have to prove necessity as well as you have to prove reasonableness. And you have to put up a ban. Because if you start drilling the property of another person, no, that would incur damages. That's why my next information to you is I gave in to the request of General Torre a while ago. I requested the executive pastor of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ to accompany me, Pastor Marbil. We had a serious discussion on the matter, and I asked him point blank if and when are they going to stop the ongoing drilling operations in the JMC compound. He neither confirmed nor denied the same. And accordingly, according to him, it's beyond him. Okay? And I likewise asked him why the helicopter yesterday flew so near the JMC rooftop. No? I know that they have already conducted casing operations. And they know that we have installed therein a solar panels. It's quite expensive, no? It's one of the first solar panels being introduced here in Mindanao, no? So that we can have backup powers in cases of brownouts, no? And he neither confirmed nor denied that he was there because our cameras were able to see him, no? We told him that maybe what you did was purposive. In fairness to him, he did not admit that. But we have reasons to believe that it was purposive because if you can see, the helicopter was only few inches away from the rooftop, leading to the destruction of the solar panels. No? So what they're doing is they destroy the solar panels in the rooftop. They are now making our school, our law school, no? School of Medicine, we have very nice rooms, no? As their boarding houses. Policemen are sleeping there. We have even pictures of policemen there going to our restroom, taking a bath. No? And in the basement, they are conducting tunneling operations there. No? I would ask you if this is still right. No? I think this is highly irregular. And I told General Torre to please also remind General Marbil that, of course, I am a lawyer. We will not take this sitting down. We will be certainly filing a case against you, and maybe 1 billion or more. And if you will retire, this will haunt you. Those are my exact words. This will haunt you, sir, because even if the case would last for 5 years, that is still 2029, and another president would be sitting by that time. And whatever retirement pay that you will have, because we will be suing you not only in your official capacity, but as well as your personal capacity. And the host of criminal cases that we will be filing against you would be too much for you, I suppose. And he acknowledged that, and according to him, he is just following orders. It's beyond me, according to him. So, but whether he likes it or not, no, know that he is the regional director, and this is within his jurisdiction, so he could not escape accountability. I would like to remind likewise General Marbil that he may be personally accountable likewise here, and maybe the good Secretary of Interior and Local Government. Imagine conducting tunneling operations in a school. This is unprecedented in the history of the Philippine Republic. Maybe you are thinking that there are hidden treasures there. Legally, you could not find any legal justification for what you are doing because our laws, Article 438 of the Civil Code, it states, hidden treasure belongs to the owner of the land, building, or other property on which it is found. So if there are indeed hidden treasure there, then who will own it? JMC, not him, no? Nevertheless, when the discovery is made on the property of another or of the state or any of its subdivision, and by chance, one half thereof shall be allowed to the finder. But what they are doing is not by chance. It is purposive. So therefore, no share can be given to the finder. Who will own it if there are indeed hidden treasures there? It will still be JMC. And most importantly, the last sentence of the second paragraph of Article 438, if the finder is a trespasser, he shall not be entitled to any share of the treasure. Sir Marbil, General Torre, no? You are a trespasser. Why? Because your search cannot be validated by an arrest warrant. And if you read Rule 113, Section 11, you did not comply with the requisites, and therefore you are a trespasser. Even if you find any hidden treasure there, nothing can be part of your share, no? And what else? What if there are indeed golds there, no? Can you have any share there also? No. No, because the law is very clear. If you read Article 439, by treasure is understood for legal purposes any hidden and unknown deposit of money, jewelry, or other precious objects, the lawful ownership of which does not appear. So if it is owned by Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy, any gold there, no, the lawful ownership of which belongs to the JMC or KOJC. Nothing would go to the policemen. So I would advise the minors who are pretending to be policemen there, please stop what you are doing, because what you are doing actually is illegal under the law. No? There will be a hearing in the TPO case. No? We will request the judge, no, in accordance with due process. He already issued a TPO and a clarificatory TPO. He required the other party to file their comment within 10 days. We are actually filing this Monday. The 10 days may be too much. No? Can we please have it shortened to 5 days so that they should answer on or before Tuesday? And we should have a hearing on or before Tuesday so that these matters can be clarified. No? And then we would like to respond to the comment of DOJ Undersecretary, who was that DOJ Undersecretary, who said a while ago, around 1 hour ago, Undersecretary Vasquez of the Department of Justice, who remarked that the condition being asked for pastors' surrender cannot be given since the Philippines has an extradition treaty with the U.S. and, quote-unquote, no one in government can give that guarantee, strictly speaking, Yusek Vasquez said. Perhaps Yusek Vasquez may not have been able to read Section 48 of Republic Act 11479, which is actually an amendatory act of Republic Act 9372, which used to be Human Security Act. If you will read that Section 48, there is even a ban on extraordinary rendition. No? So we'd like to, perhaps he was not able to stumble upon that provision. It refers even to accused or convicted persons of terrorism. How much more here where my client is charged for lesser crime of anti-human trafficking, serious physical injuries, etc., etc. So it is within our humble view, I may be mistaken, I am just a human being, it is within the President's power to execute a written document that he will not extraordinarily render Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy to the United States of America. It is within his power because a citizen is entitled to the protection of his own president. According to John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, even Thomas Hobbes, in the so-called social contract theory upon which all Republican government is founded upon, we surrender some of the rights to the government in turn protects us. And the request of Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy, therefore, is reasonable. He simply wants the protection from his own president. But what we are seeing now is that the president would not execute a written declaration. Now, what is happening now is that there is even a further threat that they will continue their search for heartbeats because we received reports that, and they actually did it already, that there is a plan to take over Kojc, that we would be forced to get out of the property, but prior to that, there will be a news blackout. I hope that the media would not follow this. You would still continue to follow us. That's why I'm not quarreling any of the media. I even tried to wait Ma'am Edith Duaya, because we understand that we need you and we thank you very much. And please continue your job. I hope this plan will not continue because indeed yesterday there were already elements of the police who are in front of the gates of Glory Mountain, which is 52 kilometers away from Buhangin, Davao City.